The tush-push, a play that has sparked debates throughout the NFL, continues to draw attention for its effectiveness, despite the opinions of many who see it as anything but entertaining. In fact, it has become one of the most successful quarterback sneaks in recent memory, largely due to its simplicity and high success rate. The play, primarily executed by the Philadelphia Eagles, has been criticized for not requiring much skill, but its effectiveness in gaining automatic first downs has made it a staple of their offensive strategy. Recently, however, the Green Bay Packers have raised concerns about the play, proposing that it be banned during NFL's competition committee meetings. This is not yet a guarantee for change, but it signals a growing sentiment across the league that something should be done about this play. The competition committee will discuss the matter over the next several weeks before potentially bringing it to the league's owners for a vote. Historically, the NFL has shown a willingness to address issues regarding safety or excitement, and this could very well follow the same path. If the tush-push continues to garner discontent for its lack of finesse or entertainment value, it could face major changes in the future. Dominique Foxworth, a former defensive player, expressed his disapproval, arguing that while a quarterback sneak with a strong offensive line and a quarterback capable of exploiting a seam is fair game, pushing players from behind creates an unfair advantage, leaving the defense with few countermeasures. The NFL's shift in rules, from player safety to a focus on enhancing game excitement, has undoubtedly changed the landscape, and this conversation is no exception. Meanwhile, out west, the future of Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford remains uncertain. Stafford, at 37 years old, is under contract for $27 million this year, but his desire to stay in LA is coupled with a need for better compensation, considering his status as a high-level starter. The Rams acknowledge this and are open to renegotiating his contract, but there's a limit to how much they're willing to offer, as they don't envision Stafford reaching the $50 million threshold that some of the highest-paid quarterbacks in the league receive. The situation is delicate. Stafford, despite dealing with injuries in recent seasons, has shown he can still play at a high level, particularly in the latter part of the 2024 season. Stafford's desire for appreciation and an adjustment to his contract is understandable given his accomplishments and the evolving market for quarterbacks. However, with other teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants reportedly monitoring his situation, there could be an intriguing shift if the Rams cannot find a middle ground. With Aaron Rodgers possibly available in the offseason, the Rams have to evaluate whether they should hold firm with Stafford or look for alternative solutions. As it stands, the team's future and Stafford's status are intricately linked, and a resolution before the draft seems imminent. In the world of the NFL draft, the current mock draft projections have raised eyebrows. Notably, Penn State linebacker Abdul Carter has been catapulted to the top of the draft boards, now projected as the number 1 overall pick by the Tennessee Titans, a team desperate for defensive reinforcements after ranking near the bottom in sacks last season. With 12 sacks for the Nittany Lions, Carter's selection would immediately impact a defense looking to make a significant leap. Another surprise comes in the form of Cam Ward, who has risen to the second spot in Mel Kiper's big board. The Cleveland Browns, who suffered through a quarterback carousel last season, are projected to draft Ward after their quarterbacks threw a league-high 23 interceptions. Meanwhile, Travis Hunter, the versatile dual-threat star from Colorado, could be the third pick for the New York Giants. With 96 catches and over 1,200 yards this past season, Hunter's dynamic playmaking ability has placed him firmly in the spotlight. Ashton Genty, who moved up from the 20th spot to the 6th in Mel Kiper's mock, is also making waves. After an incredible 2,600-yard, 29-touchdown season, Genty has proven to be more than just a one-dimensional running back, showing proficiency as both a runner and a receiver. His rise up the draft boards reflects the growing appreciation for versatile backs who can be the centerpiece of an offense, much like Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, who had significant impacts on their team's playoff runs last season. One of the more perplexing aspects of the draft is the Titans' apparent shift away from selecting a quarterback, opting instead for Carter, despite a glaring need at the quarterback position. This decision, however, seems to be driven by a desire to address the team's defensive shortcomings first and avoid the uncertainty that comes with selecting a quarterback who may not be the best fit for their system. This move signals a broader trend in the NFL, where teams are becoming more risk-averse when it comes to drafting quarterbacks. While quarterbacks are always coveted, teams are starting to recognize that they need to build a solid foundation elsewhere before potentially reaching for a signal caller that may not be ready to deliver immediate results. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders, the talented quarterback from Jackson State, has seen his stock drop from 3rd to 7th in the latest mock draft, a surprising slide given the position's premium value. Sanders' dip reflects the current draft dynamics, where quarterbacks with more physical gifts or unique abilities, like Cam Ward, are being prioritized over more traditional, pocket-passing quarterbacks like Sanders. While Sanders remains a top prospect, his slide shows how quickly the draft process can evolve, and how positional value often outweighs raw talent in the eyes of NFL teams. As the 2025 NFL Draft approaches, these storylines will continue to develop. Whether it's the rise of dynamic defensive playmakers, shifting quarterback markets, or the potential changes to iconic plays like the tush-push, the offseason promises to reshape the landscape of the NFL in exciting, unpredictable ways. Teams, like the Dallas Cowboys and the Rams, are faced with tough decisions regarding roster construction and the management of superstar talent. For the NFL, the next few weeks will be critical in determining how the future of the league takes shape.